Shaq that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up. Watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Can't hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. It's Eagles talk high. Let's talk Eagles. Philly bleed green. It's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat Shell and Dante the Dark Job. Drop the stats on them. Drop the facts on them. Spur King, baby. Let's get it on.
Hey, what's going on, Eagles family? As you can see, it's me and my brother today. So welcome to Eagles Talk.
Welcome to Eagles Talk.
By Eagles fans, for Eagles fans. And today we're going to do a further review. There will be no Dante. Dante is a little bit under the weather. Michelle is doing some boss things. She has to take care of her business, so therefore she will not be on the show. But this is a fantastic upon further review as the Eagles go ahead and beat up on the New York Football Giants. And Listen. I don't have the old spark that Dante had when he come in. You're watching. Listen, I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to be on here. And my brother is back from Texas. You know, he drove 23 hours to get here, so I'm a little pumped about that.
Very happy to be here.
So with that being said, I'm pushing buttons by accident. I'm doing other things by accident. With that being said, let's get this first quarter started.
You're now listening to the first
quarter. So if this is your first time ever tuning to Eagles Talk, which it shouldn't be, but if it's your first time, we're a unique Eagles Talk family. We do things a little bit different here on this show than a lot of other podcasts or anything. We enjoy our favorite beverage, where we talking about our favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles. And the beverage of choice that I'm drinking today is the Jameson Irish whiskey. Show, what you drinking?
Drinking a Crown Apple. I wanted some Jack Daniels, but there wasn't any available.
Yeah, it's called Bring Your Own. Let me know what you're drinking out there. The first person in the room, Jeremy, Fly Eagles Fly. What up, gang? What up, Jake? Deion Jones, yo, we cooking this week. Yes. The Rocks Dancy, let's go Eagles. Raymond Williams, Bird Game in the house. Yes. What's good, fam? Fly Eagles Fly. Tyrone. Tyrone. I'm tripping. Can't see that far. What's up, Eagles family? Richard Boo Layton. John D. Batista is repping the South Carolina Bird Gang checking in. What's up, Eagles Talk? Let's get in these playoffs. Listen. Before we take this shot, I gotta be honest with you. The feeling that I have with this team, it's only going to get better going forward, and it's a weird feeling because the way the season started, being 2-5 and calling for the team, for the coach's head, and the quarterback not actually developing. They did a complete 360, 180. They get complete 180 because they did 360. They'd be back in the same spot, right? They complete 180, and the team looks so much dominant with this offensive line, and Jalen just being the game manager until he gets more experience at delivering the ball to these different receivers. But before we go into that, I gotta take my shot. So let me know what you're drinking out there. I see some people are drinking some. Let me go back. I don't know how Dante does this. Grey Goose and Ultra Light with your Boulain. That's what he drinks. I'm fading out. I'm fading to black. Oh, let me put my arm down. There, let me go back like that. There we go. All right. So we got the Jameson. He got the Crown Royal. And to our Philadelphia Eagles down the hatch 3, 2, 1. Bill Crow's out there. So what's up, Eagles family? Deion Jones, I'm back in Philly for New Year's. Barclay Prime Dinner, New Year's Eve at Larry Steaks. Man, you right down the street from me, Deion.
Yeah.
He down the street from me.
Bring us one of them steaks up.
Yeah. Actually, bring a steak there. Listen, I'm literally like 3 minutes away
we're
from
literally up the street.
I'm going to see that.
Hey,
John D. Batiste did put this up there. I do want to address this real quick. Get this out the way. I really didn't want to talk about these playoff odds and stuff of this nature because you got to go 1-0 each week. And just to worry about these playoff odds and not worry about the game.
Put it all on green.
not worrying about the task in front of you. You know, you're jumping over the team that's in front of you, and it's a roadblock right there.
Okay.
You got to navigate that roadblock. So John D. Batista put up Eagles can clinch a playoff spot Sunday if Eagles win in Washington, Vikings lose to Packers, Saints lose to Panthers, or 49ers beat Texans. That's a lot of different scenarios. Just go out there and win. Just do what Jeremy T. Smith said. We just need to go 1-0. 1-0. But back to this game, because this is upon further review. The Philadelphia Eagles didn't look dominant in the first half. They actually looked like they were trying new things. I'm gonna be honest with you. After reviewing it, it looked like they wanted to try new things. They get this passing game going, which I kind of agree with. But put the team away first. Put the team away first. Then you could try different things. You saw the first half.
I did see the first half.
You saw
It was
the
very
second
frustrating.
half. You saw
I
the
saw
two
the first
tails of two different teams. You know,
Completely.
we were more dominant in the second half because we actually got back to our bread and butter. What are your thoughts on our first half performance?
I think the first half he tried to come out and throw wrinkles into the game. He came out and he tried to be a little more aggressive offensively by trying to put the ball downfield, doing passing combinations that we typically haven't seen for a while. If you're watching the same Eagles team that I'm watching, we're better now at running the ball than we were at passing.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't go back to what I considered the bread and butter until the second half of the game. But I'm talking about the first half. So what I'm thinking is maybe he's trying to set up, whereas though people think we're going to be a little more pass happy and not load the box up. The only reason that you would load the box up, and for people that don't know, that load the box up means you don't have your base 4 defensive linemen and 1 linebacker. So there's 5 in the box. You're actually bringing a defensive back down or a strong safety. So you put 7 in the box. When you put 7 in the box, it's called loading the box up. And typically defensive coordinators do that to stop the run. And I noticed that in the first half, if you watch the game, the Giants or the Minis typically didn't have to do that because we were in the offensive pass sets. A lot of 3 on one side, 1 on one side combination, 3 receivers on one side, with 1 receiver. A lot of what we call silver. Silver means you have even set, so you have 2 receivers on each side, and then you have a heavy silver, which is a move or a H-back moving with a tight end on one side, and then you have 2 receivers on the far side. So I noticed a lot of that in the first half. Whereas though the second half, we didn't have so many offensive receiver set combinations. I'm gonna say this: if it works, it works. It's like medicine. Just keep giving it to them until it puts them out. The run game is efficient. We're good at it. We have the linemen for it. So don't try to put no new wrinkles into it. Hurts is going to I believe he's going to develop into a superstar in this league. He definitely has the work ethic. He went to 2 national championships on 2 separate teams with 2 separate offensive coordinators, 2 separate head coaches.
All right. Listen.
Flag on the play.
Listen.
What? I'm just giving the people the
Listen,
facts.
listen.
I like this kid.
All right, listen. I understand you like this kid. I like the kid too. All right. When you bring up the college information, I didn't ask for all this college stats. I asked what your opinion on the first
And
quarter,
I gave
on
you
the first
I gave it to you.
half. Yes.
Then
You went into the college guy. All right. This is the National Football League. You know what? Let me be honest with you. You know, Troy Smith was outstanding.
Hey. Why you always gotta
Outstanding.
bring up an Ohio State guy?
Can you let me finish?
All right.
He was an outstanding quarterback
Yes.
in Ohio State. Then he won the Heisman Trophy.
Yes, he did.
What did he do in the National Football
Well,
League?
when he got to the Baltimore Ravens, he got injured.
All right. Let me go to somebody else. Bobby Hoying was an outstanding
Oh,
college
my
quarterback.
God.
Do you want me to continue all these Ohio State quarterbacks? All right.
All right.
See, the thing about it, I'm not trying to belittle the Ohio State football team. I just don't want to bring up the college information in here, and when we're talking about the pros, because it's a different monster. You're talking about a kid that's a 17, 18, 19-year-old playing with 5-star athletes. He can just look to his left, look to his right. They're going to be open. These athletes are much more superior,
elite.
superior
Okay.
than their competition.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So when you have a team full of these stars, when you have a team, at one point you had Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Devontae Smith at your receivers, and Devontae Smith wasn't even starting.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. That's true. That's
Right?
true. That is
When
true.
you have those guys as your receiver, you can't equate that to having the guys that we have now. Matter of fact, Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith. We can't equate that to these guys, even though they were outstanding receivers. You can't equate it to the receivers we have today.
I got you.
Devontae Smith is a great receiver. He's going to do great things in this league. Quez Watkins, once he gets the ability to get in the ball more, he can do great things in this league. But they're not all 5-star athletes on there. Jaden Rager is not he was a 4-star athlete, but he's not playing up to that standard.
No, he's not.
Because you're going against these other 5-star athletes. So I know you've been gone for a little bit, but we try not to bring the college information up on it, okay?
I just wanted to know, y'all. I'm efficient with my information. That's all. I'm very efficient in my collegiate information.
That's cool. We talking about that a
Alright.
little bit. Go some more comments real quick. Feel better, Dark Knight. Yes, definitely feel better. We got to get this win. Yes, we do. Welcome to the show, big bro. Yes, about time you got here, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, Rich is drinking their Grey Goose and Ultra Light. Robert Lee, it's win or go home. This is it. Beat Washington. Get the hell out of there. And let's rest up for some wild card dance routines onto the championship to beat Dallas onto the luckiest football Super Bowl I've ever seen. Ever. I mean, listen, I'll be
possible.
honest. I'll be honest.
It's
with you.
possible.
You know, there are different scenarios out there. I don't play into all the different scenarios. Right now, we're seated at this number 7 seed. We're number 7 in the picking order of the playoffs. So if that continues today, we will be playing the Dallas Cowboys at the did I say Cow? Oh my goodness, Dallas Cowgirls in the first round.
No
of
more
playoffs.
drinking for you.
In the first round. So
Flag on the play.
yeah, that's a flag. Actually. It was you know what? My observation from the first half, they were trying to wrap up the passing game, right? But just like we said on this show many other times, in order to have a successful passing game, you have to incorporate the run. If you don't have those elite wide receivers, some of these teams don't have these. Some of these teams do have these elite wide receivers. You can pass damn near every down. Our receivers are pretty much a not that elite yet. They're young. They're still young. With that being said, our run game is our bread and butter.
I agree.
You look at our offensive line. Landon Dickerson, he did play. Jordan Mailata, Jason Kelsey, who's probably should need to get a statue outside the stadium for real.
Yeah.
In the city. Then you go to Nate Herbig. Then you go to Lane Johnson, who should be a Pro Bowler. These guys have been cohesive. These guys have been pushing these defensive linemen back, no matter if they had a odd man front, straight up front, or if they loaded the box. They didn't care who you put in front of them. This offensive line has been carving out these lanes for these running backs, and we've been averaging at least 130 yards for the past 9 games. I mean, we're the number 1 rush team in the NFL right now. We're the number 1 rush team in the NFL. When you have that threat that you say, yo, you can put all your team in the box and we're still going to move them out and gain 4 to 5 yards, then that's your philosophy. Continue with that philosophy, and when it boils down to it, use that as your advantage. I think he's trying to learn different things off the play action, because that could be developed into a sense once Jalen gets better read and better feel on the team, how to hit these receivers, where to hit these receivers at. That's going to happen. That's going to come.
Yeah, I seen one was in the end zone. One was for at least a 40-yard pickup where Hurts, like I said, he's my guy. I'm not talking bad about him. He's my guy, but he definitely missed 2 reads, one in the end zone and one was definitely a 40-yard. Would have been a 40-yard reception if he saw the open receiver. But that takes development. I think he just needs. He's a gym rat. He's a study guy. I'm hearing notes about him being in the training facility before the coaching staff gets there, and him leaving after the training staff leaves the facility. So his dedication is not the question. His aptitude is beyond measure. He just has to get used to the speed of the game in the NFL. Do we agree?
He has to get so he
Okay.
does have to get used to the speed of the game. He has to get better at his reads.
I agree.
But that particular play when you're talking about when Dallas Goedert was wide open in the end zone,
I didn't want.
So,
I didn't want to.
I'm gonna talk about that
Right.
because you got to realize the quick reads. That was supposed to be a quick play, and two guys broke open. He hit the guy right in the front of his face, who was Quez Watkins coming over the middle. That was the actual read. The read was for that to come open, and when they broke it down in the post game, it was actually a kind of a busted play. In the sense of him getting more experience, he maybe can sense that and not try to get the ball in there as quickly as possible, but see that Dallas Goedert has a height advantage on that corner or that safety that's playing him, and just get it up to his tight end in the corner, who is going to be an elite tight end in this league.
Yeah. I agree.
Let me get to some more comments before I end this quarter. Let me get some more current comments. How about this? Eric Duff, yo, let's go, Birds. Pull out all the stops so the NFL is on notice. They got to be saying, where the hell did this team come from for next year? I definitely think they already know where we coming from. We don't stay down long, and you know what happens is this team is built from the line out. When you build a team from your offense and defensive line out, you could be successful in this league. Let's see this. John D. Batista said, Lane Johnson is Pro Football Focus highest rated tackle in the NFL and no Pro Bowl nod.
Yeah,
all right, let's be honest with you.
That's
Pro Bowl
BS.
is a bona fide celebrity. What's it? A pageant. You know,
let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not
no,
do
no.
that. Let's
You know-
not do. Let's not do
all
that.
right, so I'm gonna be honest with you.
Let's not do that.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say
Let's
this.
not do that.
Let me. Can I say something, please?
All right.
Before in this quarter.
All right.
When John Madden was alive, rest in peace, John Madden.
Rest in
All
peace,
right?
John, man.
When he was around, players look forward to be more of all Madden than they look to be all Pro Bowler, right?
True.
Today, you get more recognition to be a first team All Pro than a Pro Bowl, all right? Because you got people that's being Pro Bowlers. That it's the popular vote, okay? Aaron Donald, don't get me wrong. Aaron Donald is outstanding.
He's a monster.
He is a monster, but if you look at his stats right now, he should not be a Pro Bowler.
All right.
Should not be a Pro Bowler. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
All right. But let me get in this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
You're looking at Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. We welcome you to come into our living room as we drink on our favorite drinks. Shelman is drinking the
Crown Royale.
I'm drinking the Jameson. Let us know what you're drinking out there in the world. Shout out to Dante. Shout out to Michelle. They couldn't be on the show today for various reasons. And
But I'm here.
My brother's here from Texas. So, you know, one of the gang is back. So to our Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch in 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
So, I was thinking about this the other day.
Okay.
I was really looking at, you know, the Eagles team from, I think it was 2008 when they ran to the NFC Championship game, and they were pretty much out of it before they made that run to go to the NFC Championship game with Donovan McNabb, Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy at that time. This team has the same almost makeup, that they're finding their niche at the right time. They're finding their glue at the right time. They're taking on all comers with their running, how they're running the ball, and what they're doing, the cohesion that they have on the offensive line, right?
Yes.
The defense, we don't talk about our defense that much because the only reason we talk about our defense is the lack of blitzing, the lack of creativity, the lack of Jonathan Gannon doing something that we asked him to do, which is building odd fronts and matching up your players with their players and just balling out. The thing about it, this defense is actually playing a top 15, top 10 type defense. And it's not getting talked about until this week when rumors are going out saying that Jonathan Gannon could be up for a head coaching position next year. Do you think if we're able to make it to the playoffs, that Jonathan Gannon can ensure that our defense will only allow what they're only allowing? I think it's 15 points a game, right? Do you think he can consistently have that output from his defense this year?
I do.
in the
I do
playoffs?
think that we can hold up. Uh, One thing about the game of football, playing the game of football, coaching the game of football is once your defense starts to get cohesion and they start being able to trust the guy behind them or next to them or in front of them, it becomes it becomes more of a family net, and it's harder. It's on the teams I played with and the teams that I've coached. It's much harder for other teams, opposing teams, to put scores on a defense where the guys actually care about each other. And that's one thing I'm starting to notice watching this Eagles team. You see a lot of more the brotherhood. You see the guys care about each other, and you see the coach taking responsibility. Now, I am going to say this: typically, coaching and playing football, you use the blitz when your defensive line lacks some things. You use the blitz to cover that up. You use more zone when you don't have the speed to play man to cover some things up. So there are some times where he does do some things to cover some things up that we don't have athletically, but the guys that we have on the field are playing together and they're playing as a family unit. And I think going forward, as long as they keep that cohesion and they keep that brotherhood, we should be fine going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll be honest with you. I ripped Jonathan Gannon all season. I did. I'll be honest with you. I don't like playing. I don't like a defensive coordinator. Carlos King put up the defense is doing an outstanding job. Right now, they okay.
Linebackers look good, man.
But
Linebackers look
the
good.
thing about it is that I said it, and I ripped Jonathan Gannon. I don't like a defense playing soft. I never like a defense playing off. I hate actually looking at a defense when they have their best corners playing 7 yards off a receiver. You're giving them 4 yards instantly right there, right? If I average as an offense, if I average 4 yards per play, I'm getting a first down every three plays, right?
I concur.
So on third down, we kept seeing the defensive backs playing 5-7 yards off the receivers. That's an easy first down. That's a pitch and catch. Now the thing is, lately, I guess the defense has been more playing tough man on man, bump and run coverage like we asked for, because the players have went to Jonathan Gannon and said we're ready to be more physical. So this is why the defense has picked up. It's not a thing about Jonathan Gannon that actually changed his philosophy, because I think his philosophy is not giving it up the deep ball and playing our corners and safeties deep. But the defense is way better when they're playing a tighter coverage type defense, whether it's a cover 3, a cover 2, cover 4, cover 1, whatever it may be called. When they're actually in the vicinity of the receiver of the 2 yards, they have been very outstanding. Now, they haven't played any quality quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Let's be honest with you. They haven't played like a Drew, not said Drew Brees, Tom Brady, since
Aaron Rodgers.
since they start playing more aggressive on defense. With that being said, you're going to see these guys in the playoffs if we should make it to there.
Did you see my comment about Aaron Rodgers?
I don't pay attention to that.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
We'll talk about that later.
But my thing is, if he does, just let his defense play defense, right? And don't put him in a position where you're playing catcher and you're just catching everything that comes there and making a tackle, right? If you put him in a position where they're in the guy's face from the get onset, I'd rather them be aggressive and get called for a pass interference than them not be physical. They 7 yards off the ball.
Well, I'm like I said, the coach knows that he doesn't have certain athletes to do certain things, and that's part of coaching. So he's putting his athletes. A coach is a coach that puts his best athletes in the best position to be successful. That's a coach's job. So coaches coach and players play. So he's putting his athletes in the best position possible to be successful. Now he probably knows he doesn't have a superstar at Mike linebacker or all-star at defensive end.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Or an island guy that can lock down something all by himself on the corner. But he's putting his guys in the best position he sees fit. Now, I personally don't like the soft coverage stuff. I totally understand what you're saying, but our defensive line has been getting home.
Not really. I mean, let's be honest. The last 2 games against the Washington
We haven't
football
been
team,
getting home.
against the Washington football team and against the New York Football Giants, we have been playing backup lines.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You're supposed to dominate these
You're
backup
only
lines. You're only as good as the competition you're able to
I,
play.
did- I was
understand that.
getting ready.
I get that.
All right.
I get that.
All right.
The thing is, you just said he doesn't have the athletes, right?
He doesn't.
He does have the athletes, and let me school you on why I say he does have the athletes.
Okay.
Darius Slay is one of the top cornerbacks in the NFL.
And he dropped the pick. That
That don't mean anything.
That really got my goat.
He's still one of the top cornerbacks in the NFL.
All right.
Right?
All right. Yes.
Covered corner. I don't care about interceptions. I'm talking about coverage. Breaking passes up, limiting your receiver to under 50 yards. He is still one of the top cornerbacks in the league. You could actually put him in the top 5.
Okay.
Right? Maybe top 3. Steven Nelson is a very good comparable second corner. We haven't had a good comparable second corner with the Philadelphia Eagles since we had Letido Shepherd and Sheldon Brown.
Yeah. You're going back a ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Even when we had Asante Samuels, we didn't have somebody
Well,
across him.
Asante wasn't really a man,
But he was a cover
really,
corner.
Yeah, he was a cover. He
All right.
wasn't really a
So-
cover. He was more of a zone guy.
Beginning of the season, we had Eric Wilson and Alex Singleton as our linebackers. They went with an odd man front with a 5-down lineman. The defense, Jared Avery was the standing outside linebacker, but your 2 linebackers was Eric Wilson and Alex Singleton. Eric Wilson is no longer on his team because he's trash. Alex Singleton is really a special teams player who's playing outstanding right now because he's a good tackler. TJ Edwards, and I told him this, TJ Edwards should have been your starting linebacker. He doesn't miss tackles. He's good sideline to sideline. Throw those combine stacks out the window. This guy is a football player. And right now, Alex Singleton and TJ Edwards is on pace to break the Eagles tackling record. Both. Eagles tackling record right now. These guys got almost 150 tackles together. Not combined, together.
Hold on. Jeremiah Trotter has the
Jeremiah doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
Jeremiah Trotter doesn't have the
No.
tackling record for
No.
the season.
No. So the thing about it is we do have the athletes. And me and Dante talked about this early in the season. It's like Sirianni didn't know who you had. Why are you not playing Boston Scott? Why are you not getting Jordan? Why is Jordan Howard on the practice squad, not on the actual active roster? Why are you doing that?
They're forced to play him now.
No, it's not the thing that you force to play them. These guys have a track record of being successful on this team, not on another team. Jordan Howard's a 1,000-yard back on another team, but on this team, he has been successful, right?
Yes.
Boston Scott is a successful running back, right?
Yes.
TJ
He
Edwards
reminds me of a
Darius
Westbrook.
Brown.
Darius Sproul or a Westbrook.
TJ Edwards is a successful tackling linebacker. Yes, we do need a linebacker that's more explosive, but he is a very good linebacker. It was night and day when they put TJ Edwards in there and took Eric Wilson out. He diagnosed the play, he shot the gap, he made the tackle. Eric Wilson sat there and waited. So did Andre Singleton. And being off of TJ Edwards, Alex Singleton started realizing that he has to attack those gaps. He's a better blitzer than he is a guy that's going to sit back in coverage or read the runner, right?
Yes.
Marcus Epps. This is another safety, number 22. He's one of the fastest guys on our team. That's another athlete. Avonte Maddox is one of the best slot cornerbacks in the NFL.
I like Maddox.
So when we talk about we talk about the coach putting the athletes in the best position possible, and he don't have the athletes. He does have the athletes. He didn't know he had the athletes because he didn't do his own film study, and that was the issue in the first half of the season. Let me go to some comments out there. Sorry about that, guys. I got a little heated here. This is my brother. I haven't talked to him like this in a while. He's been in Texas for the better of a year and a half.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Let's see. Gardner is the passing QB and Hurts is the what is going on in here? We're talking about a 2-headed monster. If you think Gardner Minshew is a passing quarterback, go back and look at it. My other brother has a stronger arm than he does.
Yeah.
J.R. Ritchie said, I'll be happy when we start hitting the QB. John T. Batista, your report today, my man. The physical type presence you see from the particular group is nice. Nice. Eric Duff, I was looking at Pat, but his mouth wasn't moving. I said, I gotta stop drinking.
Oh, that's a good one. He said his mouth was moving. Stop drinking. Oh, man.
This is good. This is
No,
good.
the one that cracked me up was Sunday. The guy said, "I'm drinking moonshine and what was it?
Ultra.
I'm drinking moonshine and ultra light. Like that's a heck of a combination. To
Hey
drink.
man, you got
no calories or alcohol. Like that's a heck of a combination.
John T. Batista put up. We've ripped Gannon a new one. That's when we're talking about Jonathan Gannon.
Gotcha.
But there's a nastiness starting to develop here. Let me go to some more recent comments.
I just want to ask a question real quick.
What's up, Quavo? He that ain't the word for it. What are we talking about? All right. Mad Maddox.
It's time for shot.
Yeah, it is time for shot. Shout. Oh, look at you.
I'm sorry.
Yo, I hear you, but sometimes Carter shows he got them wheels too. He's quicker. Oh my goodness. Robert, I don't know what you're drinking on, but you can run faster than Gardner Minshew. So let's not put him in the category of a scrambling quarterback. Marlon Bennett, yo, what's going on, good brother? Still need to draft a linebacker though. Yes, we do. Yeah, we definitely do.
There's a couple good
are we
ones
really
coming
trying
out,
to make
so.
noise in the playoffs? It's a possibility. It's a possibility that we definitely can make noise in the playoffs. Because when you can run the football, no teams want any piece of that. So let me get back to our strength. So let's end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
So you watch Eagles talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fan. We talk about our favorite football team, and at the same time, we drink our favorite drink. Right now, I'm doing a Jameson Irish whiskey. Shelman is doing.
I'm drinking the Crown Royale apple.
Yeah, you haven't seen the apple in there.
I like saying it makes me feel James Bondish.
It's
Crown
Crown
Royale.
I'm not gonna say it on here, okay?
Pause.
No, I'm not saying. Shelman Sandlin, the Archer was the chaser for the moonshot. I understand that. Yo, Richard, we had a show. Richard, we had a show with our family reunion was here. We had all these different moonshots.
We had the apple moonshine. Our family's from South Carolina, so it goes down. So we had apple moonshine, we had peach moonshine, then we had lemonade moonshine. By the end of the first quarter, everybody in the room, I'm talking about the elders too, like 60, 70-year-old grown folk, women, we're feeling really, really good right now.
Yeah, listen, he makes fun of it, but I understand it. I've been on the show and I've been hammered off the moonshine, so I know what you're talking about. So to our Philadelphia Eagles, as we get ready to take on the Washington football team for our playoff lives.
Do they have a name yet?
No, Washington football team. I think that's
football club. Washington football club.
No, it's Washington football team. WFT or WTF. To our favorite football team down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
All right, let me go to some comments out there. Stephanie, hey, babe. Where are the shots? We just drunk them. Eric Duff, run the damn ball. Never lie. You know what? The crazy thing about it, we asked them to run the ball, and they ran the ball against the Saints 51 times for a total of over 200 some odd yards. Right? Then the Philadelphia radio show came on that week, and they're talking about, oh, we're not throwing the ball because Hurts don't have an arm, so we have to run the ball. Listen, if you have a toddler that works, right? If it's efficient and if it's working, you have a faucet that works, refrigerator is working perfectly, and it's keeping everything nice and cold. You got a nice cigar, you got a nice whiskey. Well, I throw all that stuff out and go get new ones.
That might not work
if it's working perfect for you. All right. So
I'm gonna say this too. In retrospect, we talked about it a few years ago, and how our OCs, our office coordinators, weren't utilizing our backs enough. And we were in situations where we could have totally took games over, totally dominated games, but we were 3 and out, and giving the other team opportunities, basically to get back in the game because we gave them the ball back. With the run game as efficient as it is right now, we totally take that out of the complexity, and we're in control of the game. So a lot of people don't know coaching and playing football. When you have a team that has a better offensive set than you or has more skill better than you, the way that you can take that out of the equation is by controlling the time of the game. And the only way you control the time of the game in this game that we call football is by running the ball. If you're getting 3 yards a pop, you're getting 4 or 5 yards a pop, you're controlling the game. That team's sitting on the bench getting cold, and you're moving up the field, and you're getting ready to get into the end zone. So as long as we're able to matriculate the ball up
Matriculate. Look at you. Spell it. I concur. All right.
Hold up. Let me finish my slander. As long as you're able to matriculate the ball aggressively up the field and get into the end zone, let's do such in an aggressive manner and continue to run the ball.
Yes, I concur. We got some more comments. Finally home. Raymond Williams got a Heineken in my hand. Yes, listen, it's nothing like being off of work for the next couple of days, and I'm about to get out of here and go to Vegas and relax and put my feet up. Richard Boulain, South Carolina, Greenville. How close did we ask you how close that is to Bowman? Because our family's from Bowman, South Carolina. J.R. Ritchie, Apple Shine, that's some good stuff. Apple Shine. I gotta find that out. Robert Lee, 3 years and no name. Dan Snyder is a terrible owner, and J.R. Ritchie replied to him and said his own fan base hates him. Tony Barron, a resident of Eagles guy from down under. He said, I hope Howard is right for Sunday. Nothing against our other 3 running backs, but Jordan Howard has been the one to get our offense on the front foot, the right foot. Is that on the front foot or right foot? Yes. So he's limited in practice. He's a stinger is a stinger. It is what it is. You're not going to get. Listen, in a week, you're still going to feel it. I was reading a report that they put more padding on it, and they're going to have extra pads for him.
It's the only thing that I've had him. I know you had. The only thing that can really make a stinger go away is time. It's a nerve underneath the muscle.
So let me help you out.
What?
All right. So the shoulder, right? It's a ball and socket joint,
this
right?
Is kinesiology class.
But is a lot of ligaments that keep it in place.
Okay.
So therefore, a lot of ligaments and muscles that keep it in place. So therefore, it's susceptible to get injured a lot, right? Because we do unorthodox motions. We go above our head, and we actually take our shoulder and hit other people.
That's what I'm saying. That's from a football standpoint, the only thing that makes a stinger heal is time.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So no matter how much ice you put on it, how much medication you put on it, you get the massage and all that stuff. It's not going to subside the pain. The only thing that really subsides the pain is the time off from the game. And
I used to wear shock pads. I had to wear shock pads.
He had to wear them.
I was a small guy. I ain't gonna hold you up. I had to wear them. Eric Duff, going back to what I was saying about trading in your stuff, that you said I ain't trading my moonshot for ultra light. So don't pass more than run. Listen, guys, it's all jokes. We all love each other here. Right. It's all nothing but jokes. John T. Batista said, as currently stands, the Eagles have the 19th, 20th, and 23rd picks in the first round of 2022 draft. Should we keep them or package one or more to move up? I think we're going to package maybe the 19th and the 23rd pick and move up into the first top 10. Hopefully, I wouldn't.
The athletes we can get what we have now. Listen, we need an outside linebacker.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
We need a Mike linebacker.
I'm gonna tell you
now. We need a stud at the corner.
We got a stud. Stop. This. Hold on, Sherman. I'm saying your full name, Sherman. All right. I have looked at all these corners that are coming out. This is gonna be a plethora. Did I say it right?
Spell it.
I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of corners coming out that we can grab at number 20 or 23. All right.
All right.
It's a guy from Michigan that dominated Ohio State, Adrian Hutchinson, who's going to be the
All right.
next.
I'll see y'all next week. It's time for me to go. I don't even. I don't even want to talk about that guy.
Howard is having stingers. They are painful. Hope he is good to go. He'll be all right.
Yeah, it's part of football. It's part of the game, man. Everybody gets them if you play. If you hit somebody hard, you're going to get a stinger. It's part of the game. It's contact.
So listen, there are some studs that's coming out in at corner. One you're going to see tomorrow. In Sauce Gardner, from Cincinnati. He's 6'3". He can run with any receiver you out there.
Oh yeah.
He's one of the best top corners in the NFL, going to be in the draft. Then you forget about Derek Stingley Jr. from LSU, who actually got injured, so he played this whole season. All right. Then there's other corners. There's going to be a nice set of cornerbacks that come out.
I need to see their 40 times.
I'm not even worried about their 40 times.
I'm worried about their 40 times.
You know why I'm not worried about their 40 times?
Why?
Rasul Douglas right now is one of the best corners in the league, right?
Yeah.
Do you know his 40 time?
No.
All right then. Doesn't matter.
What's his 40 times?
His 40 times like 4.6.
Just it doesn't jump out the window. I want a 4.3 guy at corner.
If you have a 4.3 guy at corner that can't do anything but just run,
that's not true.
There are a whole number of corners that have come out in the NFL draft because of their speed, especially with the Raiders, just because of their speed, right? No, let me finish. Let me finish. They came out just because of their speed, right? They were speed guys, right? But they had to succeed in the NFL because they don't have proper technique, right? We want some of these guys I'm going to mention later on our draft show, they have proper technique. Their tape shows it. They might range in the 4.4 range. Like the guy we have on our team right now, Josiah Scott. I said when he's coming out, he's going to be a very good slot corner because he's a smaller guy. We have him on the team right now. He's actually, when called upon, has been pretty doggone good. Let me go to some comments. Elam from Florida. He's gonna be decent. But I need y'all to look past the big name schools, and I'm not gonna put these guys out there. I want y'all. I know we're focusing on our Philadelphia Eagles going to the playoffs, but this is what I do. I look at, right? I look at these teams that are not in the big time schools. These corners that not in the limelight. These corners that's in D2, D3 sometimes, right? There are going to be some guys that's going to come out in the 5th and 6th round. It's going to be better than the first round. It happens every single year. Tom Brady is considered the greatest quarterback in NFL history. He was drafted number 199 in the 6th round.
Yeah.
So I'm not even worried about that. Let me get some more comments for in this quarter. J.R. Ritchie, I was just going to say Rasul Douglas. Yep. Remember we were high on Tay Godwin in his past draft? He was on our draft board. We acquired him in the Zach Ertz trade. I think he's been ready to play full-time next season. Yeah. Listen, we got we actually have a stack of corners that's been on either a practice squad or have been healthy scratches all year. Yeah,
so I think that's what I'm saying. I'm not doubting our corner ability. My concern at the beginning of the year and through the mid of the year was our linebackers. But over the last 3 games, our linebacker play has been outstanding. I mean, our linebackers not only are covering the tight end or the H-back, but they're also getting upfield and making plays behind the line of scrimmage. They're tackling when they have to. The back is not getting that extra 2-3 yards, driving his legs. They're hitting, they're wrapping, they're putting them down. They're putting them, like I tell my kids, get the man down on the ground and getting the man down on the ground. It's not an issue. Our linebackers are playing good. Like I said, I would love to have that flash, but we don't have that flash, but we have consistency. So I'll take consistency over flash any day of the week. You're a guy, you're going to give me, 8-9 tackles a game, you know what I mean, versus somebody's going to give me 17-18 tackles a game. I'll take you if you do the same thing every week.
I will mention one name. His name is Devin Lloyd. He's a linebacker, number 0 from Utah. Be on the lookout for him for us picking him up in the 2nd round.
Okay.
I got breaking news, guys. Hi, Mom. Hey, Shell, Mom's here.
What's up, Mom?
What's your opinion on Zach McPherson? My opinion is he's getting a very good game experience, especially when Steven Nelson goes down, because he does go down at least once a game. Because Steven Nelson is actually a very physical corner, which I like. You know, he's a very physical guy. But Zach McPherson is getting some game experience and is needed. In this day and age, you need that game experience to be ready to take on the reins when you actually get thrown into a game. Do I think he's our cornerback of the future? No, not really. He has the ability to be that cornerback of the future, and I hope he is our cornerback of the future when Slade decides to hang it up here from Philadelphia. Because I tell you right now, as long as Slade has those wills that he has and the ability that he has, I'm keeping Darius Slade here. Let me go to one more comment. Like I said, Eric Duff said I want a monster linebacker. Devin Lloyd, number 0 from Utah.
I'm gonna go watch tape. I'm gonna pull it up and watch some tape of him, man.
All right.
I don't have nothing else to do. I'm on vacation for a few days.
Yeah. See Dwayne Songbird Holman. What's up, Pat? AKA the Potentate. Yes, that's me. Hey, what's up going on? Let's just recorder. How you call it, right? So let me end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
You're watching Eagles Talk, your favorite Eagles Talk show on Facebook, by Eagles fans for
And
Eagles
YouTube.
fans. Not yet.
Okay.
So with that being said, share the show. Make sure you go subscribe to us, our YouTube channel. It is Eagles Talk on YouTube. All one word. And yes, subscribe and just start talking on it, say something on it, and I will comment with you. All right. Yes. As I'm on the show, I do comment, as y'all can see. Make sure you let's get our YouTube subscribers up. So just go to YouTube and subscribe to Eagles Talk. There you go. John Batista is the man. Boom. John Batista is the man. Listen, John, when you come to town, you got a couple beers on me, all right? A couple beers on me. All right, listen, I'm kind of broke. About to go to Vegas now. All right, now to our Philadelphia Eagles as we get ready to go into this Washington football team. We're going to talk about what we need to do to be successful in this game. We're not going to tip our hand on our actual post-game show, but we're going to just talk about a couple factors in the fourth quarter. So to our Philadelphia Eagles as we get ready to take on the Washington football team, down the hatch. Let me know what you're drinking. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
Oh man, that was good. I gotta say that was good. I love Irish whiskey. So what do you guys think out there? What do we need to be? What does the team need to do to be successful against the Washington football team? Do we need to implement the run more and stay with the run like we did in the first matchup against these guys? Or do we need to start switching it up so other teams doesn't key on our running game, even though it does not matter? Because if you key on our running game and put 9 guys in the box, we're still gonna smack you in the mouth.
Well, I'll say this. I would definitely be aggressive with them. One thing that I've noticed, like last year watching the Washington Football Club, their defensive front
Washington football
team, their defensive front was solid. It was consistent. They had one of the best rookie defensive players in the league, and along with that, they have a defensive player on the line that was also in the top 5 for defensive player of the year. This year, I've noticed that that has faltered. Their defensive line are not consistent. They're not making plays. There is no push. Their linebackers are all over the place. So, what I would do as an OC for the Eagles is to hit someone in their weak spot. We need to go up and just pound the ball, get these guys tired, get them out of here early. And once that's done, then you can put in some play action plays or maybe some short passing game or the screen game later on. But I would definitely utilize my offensive line and have them guys salivating to punch these guys in the face.
So I agree with you. But I'm gonna be less subtle than you are. Okay.
Oh, that was subtle.
Yeah, it was
I
subtle.
thought that was very aggressive.
No, it wasn't.
That wasn't aggressive. All right.
So I'm gonna be very aggressive with the tone that I'm about to reach right
Okay.
now. Okay. I say we go down to freaking Washington, right? Go to
Okay.
their crappy ass stadium, right?
Okay.
We run the ball on first down.
Okay.
We run the ball on second down.
Okay.
We run the ball on third down.
Okay.
Damn it, we run the ball on fourth down.
All right.
Damn it, we get the ball back, we run it again. We run the ball 51 times in the first half.
No more Jameson for you.
No, seriously. I really think we need to go down there and never take our foot off the acceleration.
I agree. I concur.
Never take our foot off
I
the
concur.
acceleration. That's the
100%.
one thing I got. You got to understand as a football player. When the coaches actually start ringing back the play calling, right, and you take your foot off, now you're susceptible for an inferior team to come back, and you're not in. You don't have the momentum anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So therefore, the Washington football team is not playing a good brand of football. They're still a dangerous team. They're still a much dangerous team, but they're not playing a good brand of football. So with that being said, you go down there, you limit the penalties, and you punch them in they mother mouth from the first start of the whistle to the end of the fourth quarter, right?
That's what we gotta do.
Listen, if I was a coach, teams would hate me because I would run a score up. This game of football is a game of your defense stopping my offense, right? My defense stopping your offense. If they cannot stop each other, if you can't stop me, why should I stop scoring?
I concur.
That philosophy, I hate to say I get it from Bill Belichick because he did it, right? When he was putting the points, and he said their philosophy is to their defense should stop our offense. If they can't stop our offense, oh well. I have the same mindset. Get these guys involved. Get Philly Goddard involved. Actually get Gainwell involved in the passing game.
Well, what I want, what I would like to see, I would like to see us utilize the speed of Devontae a little more, man. Like, and not only in we do run the post route, we do run the out route, stuff like that. But some quick slants and goes. He has a speed that we get in and out of the break. We should be doing a lot more stuff like that. We should be doing a lot more rolling screens where the quarterback's actually rolling to the side where the screen is, throwing it to Devontae, and maybe having an H-back come up and block.
Wide receiver screens?
It's not so much a screen, but it's more like a jet screen.
I'm about to punch you in your mouth.
It's more like a jet screen.
I'm about to punch you in your mouth.
What?
We curse the coach out for running all these doggone wide receiver screens or jet screens, what you call it. They got creative. They got creative the last 8 games, and I have to be honest with you. They have got creative with these intermediate screens to the running backs and the tight ends. That works.
I didn't say to them. I said to the speed of
yes.
Devontae.
So the wide receiver screen was the staple of their
wait, Watkins.
It was their staple of their offense early on. When they was 2-5, their staple of their offense was quick screens.
Okay.
Right? Then it got away from that. And once you got away from that, you start running the ball, then that opened up the playbook. Right? Yes, you utilize the receivers you have on these quick screens. Last week was a prime example. If you go back and look at the actual film, there were opportunities to take advantage of them during those quick screens. We did two times. We did once. One of the times the ball got batted down, and the other time the ball didn't even was batted down twice. So, with that being said, Jalen is making the right reads. He's calling the right audibles, right?
Okay.
The play's not being executed because the guys are getting an opportunity to bat the ball down. That happens. That happens. I'll be honest, that happens. But with that being said, I don't think we need to go down to Washington and start thinking about screen.
No. I'm not saying that that's what our primary objective should be. I'm saying definitely pound the ball, definitely get the score up as high as possible. But I said preparing for the future, preparing for the playoffs. Try to get the ball to some of our faster guys and let them get down the field, man.
Yeah. Devontae Smith is 96 yards off of the rookie receiving record
For Deshaun Jackson, I know.
Right?
Yeah.
I think he's going to be our first 1,000-yard receiver as a rookie.
Yep.
he has the number one receiver ability.
Yes, he
It
does.
was more evident last week when you saw the ball was a little bit underthrown, but
And he
he didn't
exploded.
wait for the ball. He exploded through the
He
ball.
exploded through the ball.
We need that. We need that consistently from all of our receivers. But again, when you look at our receivers, they do things differently. Okay, Smith does everything good. Watkins, he actually goes up and gets the ball. He gets the ball. I'll be honest with you. He's a contested catch receiver at 6'1".
I like his wheels.
At 6'1". He ran the second fastest 40 when he came out in his combine.
I like it. I like
right?
his wheels.
At a 4.3, he's a legit 4.3 guy.
I love his
right?
speed.
Jaden Rager, and I got to give applause to Jalen. He had an outstanding punt return, and he had a good catch on the sideline.
You should have ran that daggone kicker over.
No, he should have went to the left. If you go back and look at the all 22,
Man, he could have ran the kicker
we're
over.
not running the kickers over because you remember
Why?
you run a kicker over, he tackles you.
You run him over. You keep it stepping.
Anyway,
All right.
if you went to the left, you would score. He had more.
I would have
space.
ran the kicker over.
Yeah, that's why we don't have your ass on kick returns.
I was a fullback with a kick return.
Yes, you were a fullback for what? Because you needed a block. Block, motherfucker. Block. Let me go to some comments, y'all, because I'm leaving y'all out. Bill Crow said, yes, need to start fast, get a lead, pound the rock, the rest will the whole of the game. Yes. Limit the penalties, pre-snap. Tony Barron said, I'm going to punch you in the mouth. Eagles talk, your home of brotherly love. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tony, listen, when I get down there, man, we're going to have a good time. I'm going to get down there one of these days. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to get down there. Once this COVID and stuff is fully gone, I'm definitely traveling more. Anybody know the uniform combination is for? Yeah, actually, I don't. We do not know. I have no clue what the combination is. Normally, they put it out like on their Instagram page, but right now we have no clue. We're about to wind down this show. Rager needed that game for his confidence. Yes,
Yeah.
he definitely did. Jaden was out there working that field in the return game. Listen, man, I
Should have
really
ran the kicker over.
I really think his confidence is based on how we treat him as fans, and he could be much better than what he is shown to us out there on the field. He is a utility type player. I told you he's like a Tavon Austin.
Yeah.
When I look at Jaden Rager, I see Tavon Austin. Tavon Austin wasn't the best at everything, but he did things okay. Percy Harvin, even
Percy Harvin. Yeah.
Percy Harvin type. Percy Harvin wasn't the greatest receiver, but he was a multifaceted type of a athlete.
Yeah.
You could put him in a slot, you could put him outside, you could put him in the backfield, you can have him kick return, punt return. He needs to.
He's a football player.
That.
That's the best thing you can ever call somebody that puts on a helmet. All right, you might not have been the best X, Y, or Z, but damn it, you was a football player, and I know that if I put the ball in your hand, you was gonna be successful.
I'm tell you right now, what it looks like. Hey, Stace, thanks for tuning in, Stacy. Run the ball. Happy New Year's, fellas. Happy New Year, Stacy. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, when I see Jaden Rager, it looks like he's scared of contact, right? So
You think?
Yes, I see it. So when you get off this after this year is done and said and over with, he need to change his training. He need to change his body type.
He need to get in the damn weight room.
He actually is a stocky guy, pause. How about we get Sanders to that 1,000-yard carry situation and things? Jaden can eclipse 3,000 yards passing. Smith almost at 1,000 yards receiving. Damn. Yeah, look, if you go look at the stats, it's legit. Like the Eagles have legit stats. Like not Jaden Rager. Miles Sanders is almost at 800 yards rushing, and he's only rushed the ball about 134 times. 134.
You mean 1,000 yards?
No, I'm talking about Miles Sanders has ran the ball, touched the rock 137 times for 754 yards. He has one of the highest averages per touch in the NFL, which is 5.5 per touch. But yes, he is like a bull in
China closet.
He's not gonna be out long. I'll tell you that, guys, right now. He's not gonna be out long. He's probably gonna be out this game. If we need the next game, he may be able to play. He is a difference maker. I'll be honest with you. A lot of guys don't like him because he's dancing. He is the ultimate LaShawn McCoy, but not healthier type running back.
Yeah, McCoy never got hurt, man.
Yes, he only touched the ball 130. Happy birthday, babe. I'm gonna say happy birthday, babe. Happy birthday. Why can't you say happy birthday? I've been drinking. Happy New Year's. Yes, he only touched the ball 137 times. 137 times. He has over 750 yards. Over 750 yards. Over 130. Yo, if you double that, he leads the NFL in rushing.
And he's got 1,400 yards.
Yes, he will have close to 1,500 yards rushing, and it'd be with 0 touchdowns though. So we're about to close the show up, and before I close the show, today I was as you saw on the show a little bit early. Let me put this last comment up. Already New Year's Eve down here under a bit over 12 hours to go. Happy and safe New Year's to you guys over there. See you in 2022. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. 0 touchdowns. But before I go off, earlier somebody see Dwayne Holman put up there. I was the potentate of Pyramid Temple #1. And I got the opportunity to funeralize one of our members that passed in the weeks after Christmas. We called him Solo. His name was Edgar Lee Parker. Was a great man, a man's man. He had the record for the most jumps, at one point. So he was a man's man. And, it hit me today when I was doing the funeral. I was actually saying what I had to say, that, what, when you're here, you got to make the most of it. You make the most of it, and you love the ones you love, because when they call you upstairs and it's time for you to go,
gotta go.
You have no other choice. And to everybody out there that lost somebody during COVID, during this year, from Eagles Talk, our heartfelt condolences and sorrow goes out to you guys. Death is just a moment, it's just a moment. And if you believe, we will see each other again at one point in time. We love you here from Eagles Talk. We look forward to being more involved with the after the COVID thing resides.
Yeah, going back out, man.
To going back out and
going
being
back out.
present in the different areas. I know this is kind of off script right now, but I will do one more last shot for our departed brothers.
Hey, I'll do it with you. You ain't gotta do it by yourself, man.
I'm not doing a full shot. I'm just gonna let you know that, because this is Jameson. You're our chicken crown, though. Be safe. I don't care if you're vaccinated, boosted, all that jazz. Just wear your mask. This is serious out there, and a lot of people are catching this stuff, and they're not coming back from it.
Granville, man.
And shout out to Granville. Shout out to everybody that we lost. Shout out to everybody you guys lost. And shout out to our Philadelphia Eagles. They put joy in our hearts every Sunday or Tuesday that they play. They make us forget about what's going on in our lives
for a few minutes.
And that's needed. That's definitely needed. And I want to salute to you guys that actually tuned in. Make sure you tell your friends and your families that are fans of Philadelphia Eagles to tune into our show in the new year. We're trying to grow our show for YouTube, because we are #1 in Facebook. Let me do the Dante drop.
Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans.
Yes. So, let's get our YouTube users up, because when we're out there in the public, YouTube is the way to go. So to you guys, to your families, to your friends, to your loved ones, to everyone, this is for them this year.
And Happy New Year to next year.
Happy New Year. May it be prosperous for everyone. The Eagles Talk love y'all. We out.
We go live in 5, hit 'em, hit 'em, hit 'em, hit 'em, smash 'em up,